again, it's Matt here for Sound on Sound magazine at SynthFest UK in Sheffield, England. And who should we see walking through the door a couple of minutes ago but electronic music pioneer Graham Massey.
Fancy that. Fancy me being at SynthFest.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Yeah. But great to see you.
I've never been in a room with so many people. They're like clones of each
Absolutely,
other.
But great to see you here, Graham, and thanks for coming down. I gather it's not your first time you've been here.
No, it's like an annual event.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still live in Manchester, so we just hop over the Pennines.
Yeah.
But we used to spend a lot of time in Sheffield at Fon Studios years ago.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Great Fon Studios. I mean, it's always been techno city, Sheffield.
Yeah,
us,
absolutely. Synth City.
All this great legacy of electronic music from this city.
Yeah,
so it's fitting that SynthFest is here.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you had much of a chance to look around yet?
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly bumping into old mates and chatting knobs, you know. So kind of,
there's a lot of those around. It's,
and it's just catching up with everyone and just seeing what's new on the shopping list, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always wise to leave your checkbook at home at an event like this.
It can be scary, yeah. Did you, what's caught your eye? I thought the Udo thing looks pretty amazing. I don't know if you've seen that.
What was the Udo?
The Udo, well, this is a Bristol-based synth company who've created this new Super 6 synthesizer. It's one of those things where you hit a key and straight away you think, okay, how much is it?
Because I'm going in.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not. To be honest, I've not been shopping. You know,
sure.
I'm still trying to catch up with what we've got over the past few years.
Right, absolutely. There's been a real explosion, hasn't there?
There has been a real explosion, but also like almost a return to simplicity for me.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I've got a huge synth collection that I've had for over the years.
Sure.
But you know, some of this new tabletop gear is what I'm using recently because we find ourselves jumping on jets and trying to stuff stuff into a bag.
Right.
I think it's really interesting that a lot of this usable equipment becomes smaller and smaller, and you can set up an interesting system on a tabletop that actually
on a plane,
works.
as you say. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just what you can get in hand luggage a lot of the time, and it opens up possibilities. You know, so
definitely.
That's where we started with the acid house thing. There was a real, it was literally shopping basket full of. Shopping bag full of equipment that you knocked together. It had that. It didn't matter if you damaged it. I don't want to take all this boutique stuff out.
No, sure.
I just want that kind of rough and ready. What everyone else has got. And I think everyone has the same equipment now. That there's a sort of ubiquity to some of the equipment now, but it really is what you do up here with that equipment.
Obviously,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it always has been about that. It's how you leave your imprint with the tools.
Yeah, and also like the simplicity of things is not necessarily a problem. In fact, it can be an advantage.
Yeah,
having to work around limitations is actually not a bad thing.
I mean, I'm still. I can still get really excited about an SH101.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That is a classic example of something that can lead you into many areas. You know what I mean? I'm not one to get these big complex synths, and even though I've got them, but
sure.
I'm putting records together. It's about using contrasting sounds as well. So I've got a shed load of analog, but I find myself more and more interested in the digital stuff that contrasts with it to offset it.
Give it those two flavours. Yeah.
So, like for instance, I've got one of those Yamaha DX re-effects kind of thing. It's like I just bought it as a kind of casual thing, and I'm like, it's amazing how much I've used it. It's just a £200 keyboard. Loads of use.
It's great. We seem to have that same kind of mix here. You've got these super high-end analog things. I don't know if you've seen the Analog Solutions Colossus.
Oh yeah,
25 grand.
That's a lovely sideboard.
Absolutely. It's, not the most portable thing in the world. But I think it's wonderful that people are still making instruments like that. It's a real labour of love.
Totally.
Tom, the guy who's built it, is just really motivated to do it.
I think I remember seeing one of those up in Huddersfield University.
Oh, the original Synthy 100. Which is very heavily based on.
And then Aphex had one, didn't he?
Yes,
for a while?
that's right.
So there were few and far between, but how many days of the year were they actually running? I don't know.
Exactly. So I suppose that's the idea with this one, that you could buy one that's new and will therefore be in reasonable condition.
It's nice to really see all the synth repair guys here. That's when I come here and instead my man.
I can talk to you and finally get this thing fixed.
It's like, you've been avoiding me. Come back.
Have you seen any of the seminars that have been?
Yeah, I just sat through the Fairlight seminar, which was wicked actually. Yeah, really good.
I was just talking to Steve Levine about that.
Yeah, because I've been using the plugin of that actually.
Right,
I mean, a joyful little plugin. I've got loads of stuff out of it, and I was never in hope of. Back in the days when millionaires were the guys with samplers, you just kind of dreamed about it. And
it was like the cost of a house, wasn't it? When it first came out?
But it certainly led the way into sampling. My first sampler being a Casio FZ1.
Because it was cheap.
It was one of the cheaper end ones, but a beautiful machine.
It was great.
And I still use my Akai's. A different sound out of those to using the onboard, the ones in your DAW.
Soft sampler. Yeah.
So there's a presence about the samples, and of course we've got about 4,000 floppy disks that we can flick through as well from the past. I've never thrown those out.
No, absolutely. But then choice, sometimes, like we were saying, it could be a bad thing when you've got too much. I mean, now, your average software sampler in your DAW is... where'd you start?
You're just in an ocean of data all the time.
Exactly.
It can be really overwhelming. And sometimes I just like to clean everything to a clean page and just start from something simple.
Give yourself 6 sounds or whatever.
And if you can get something going in half an hour, that's usually the test, isn't it?
Exactly.
Having said that, we've laboured over. We've got a new album coming out. It's out next week. It's called Transmission Suite, 808 State. And we've laboured about 2 years on that.
Right, okay.
Well, we coughed up about 50 tracks on that, and now we've honed it down into 13. So that was the difficult process, was just kind of crunching it into something that had a cohesiveness and a statement and a style, which I think we've done.
Right, fantastic.
I'm really kind of back to that simplicity again. It's gone really back to basic electronics.
Sure.
But it's about earworms, it's about odd shapes, a bit Escher-like kind of shapes in it. And I'm really chuffed with it. I think I'm quite excited to get back out with it, So we're doing a warehouse project in Manchester on the 30th of November, various gigs in Europe before Europe shuts its doors. And then a UK tour in the new year. So
fantastic. Okay.
So we're back energised and up, so great.
Great to hear. I'm a big fan, so I'll be checking the record out. Thanks very much for chatting to us.
Thanks.
Right, cheers.